Salam sejahtera to our lecturer, Dr. Saiful Farid bin Mat Yatim, our IMR455 Administration of Archive lecturer. To begin with our topic today, I will introduce myself and my teammates member. I am Petrus Arif Josephs. In slide 2, I will tell about a table of content that my team members were going to explain to all of you through this slide. The first is introductions. Second, who is Tun Hussein in his yearly life, and third, how is his education life begins. Fourth, political career of Tun Hussein. Fifth, Tun Hussein retirement. Sixth, award and recognition. 7. Recognition as Father of Unity. Conclusions, and lastly is a reference. On this slide, I'm going to explain about an introduction of Tun Hussein and who is he. As we know, there isn't a family title in Malay. On could be a patronymics, and the given names Hussein should be used to refer to the individual itself. Canister from Tun Hussein the death of his forerunner Abdul Razak Hussein in January 1976 to his retirement in July 1981. Dato on 12 February 1922 till 29 May 1990s was a Malaysian lawmaker who served as the country's third Prime Minister. From 1974 to 1981, he served as the Prime Member of Parliament for Sri Gading, representing the Barisan Nasional (BN) and the United Malay Nations or Organizations (UMNO). The moniker Bapa Perpaduan was bestowed upon the Tun Hussein, also known as Dato Hussein bin On, was a Malaysian political and the third Prime Minister of a multiracial coalition government from 1976 to 1981. He was born on February 12, 1922 in Johor Bahru, Malaya, and died on May 28, 1990 in Daly City, California, United States. Hussein fought alongside the Indian Army and the British force that liberated Malaya from Japanese occupations in 1945. He joined his political father On bin Jafar in forming the United Malay Nation Organization, known as UMNO, in 1946 to promote Malay interests in the struggle for independence. But he left after the parties rejected his father's multiracial policies. Hussein studied law at Lincoln Inn in London and returned to Malaysia to practice after being called to the bar in 1960. In 1968, he joined UMNO, was elected to Parliament in 1969, and in 1970 he was appointed as an Education Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, respectively 1973. As Prime Minister, beginning in 1976, Hussein led a peaceful coalition with Chinese and Indian parties despite interracial tensions and problems with communist rebels. He also strongly opposed in the migration of Vietnam's refugees to Malaysia, strengthened Malaysia's role in the Association of South Asian Nations (ASEAN) and sought to bring Brunei into ASEAN. When health problems forced him to resign in 1981, he named Dato Sri Mahathir bin Mohamad as his successor. But in 1988, he spotted the rival groups and challenged again Mahathir.
My name is Muhammad Azri Izami bin Damansa. I will present Tun Hussein early life and education. He was born in Johor Bahru, the son of Datin Halimah Hussein and Dato' On Jafar, a fighter for Malaysian independence and co-founder of the United Malay National Organization (UMNO). His grandfather, Dato' Jafar Haji Muhammad, was the first Menteri Besar, Chief Minister of Johor, while his grandmother, Roquaya Hanim, also spelled Rogaya Hanim or Rukiyi Hanim, came from the Caucasus region of Ottoman Empire. Tun Hussein was the brother-in-law of Tun Abdul Razak, his predecessor as Prime Minister, who also married another Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Noah Omar Dr. Tun Raha Noah. Their fourth child, Hishamuddin Hussein, the Minister of Defense from 2013 to 2018. Their eldest daughter, Datin Rokwaya Hanif, died on 17 September 2005 at the age of 56 from breast cancer in Kuala Lumpur. Tun Hussein married Tun Suhaila Noah in 1948. Suhaila Noah was the daughter of Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Noah Omar, former Minister of Home Affairs and first Speaker of the Dewan Rakyat. Hussein On and Suhaila Noah had 6 children. Tun Hussein received his early education in Teluk Kurau Primary School, Singapore, and at the English College Johor Bahru. After leaving school, he joined the Johor Military Force as a cadet in 1940 and was sent a year later to the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun, India. Upon completion of his training, he was absorbed into the Indian Army, served in the Middle East when the Second World War broke. After the war, his vast experience prompted the British to employ him as an instructor at the Malayan Police Recruiting and Training Center in Rawalpindi. Tun Hussein came back to Malaya in 1945 and was appointed Commandant of the Johor Bahru Police Depot. The following year, he joined the Malaya Civil Service as an Assistant Administrative Officer in Segamat, Johor. He was later posted to the state of Selangor, becoming Klang and Kuala Selangor's District Officer.
My name is Shahida Afikah binti Samsani. Political career of Tun Hussein On. Tun Hussein On came from a family with deep nationalistic spirits and political roots because his father also a political figure who is On bin Ja'far, former Menteri Besar of Johor. Due to that, his political career began as early as 1946 when he followed his father to forming the United Malays National Organization (UMNO), which is the purpose of UMNO is to further Malay interests in the struggle of independence of Malaya. In 1949, Tun Hussein On became the first youth chief of UMNO, but in year 1951 he quit UMNO to join his father to form Independence of Malay Party (IMP). After several years leaving politics, he rejoined UMNO in 1968 after being convinced by the then Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak. A year later, he won the general election and was appointed as the Education Minister in year 1970. After that, in year 1973, he became Deputy Prime Minister, and on 15 January 1976, he officially became the Prime Minister after the death of Tun Abdul Razak. Next is about Tun Hussein On retirement. Tun Hussein On served as third Prime Minister for 5 years, which is from 1976 to 1981. He has struggled to achieve racial unity in Malaysia. Besides, he also launched the National Unit Trust schemes and the Neighborhood Watch scheme, which is Rukun Tetangga, in year 1981. Unfortunately, in early year 1981, he underwent the corona bypass due to his heart problem. As a result, he officially retired from active politics a few months after the surgery due to his health reasons.
My name is Nur Atika Najah binti Ahmad Shukri. Award and recognition. On 16 July 1981, the former Prime Minister of Malaysia was titled as Tun Hussein On after being awarded with the Grand Commander of the Order of the Defender of the Realm (SMN) by His Majesty. It is one of the highest titles in the country and it is awarded to Tun Hussein On. This is an appreciation for all of his service to the country when he was the third Prime Minister of Malaysia. This title is awarded to Tun Hussein On by His Majesty in one of the ceremonies, which is after Dr. Mahathir Mohamad took an oath as the new Prime Minister to replace Tun Hussein On, which is the former Prime Minister of Malaysia. This is to show that all of the service and sacrifice when being the former Prime Minister are greatly being appreciated. There are a few important people that come to the ceremony, such as Her Empress Toh Puan Suhaila, Prime Minister of Malaysia Datuk Seri Dr. Mahathir and his wife Datin Seri Dr. Siti Hasmah. There are also the Cabinet Minister who come to the ceremony like the Chief of National Police Tan Sri Hanif Omar, Chief of Defence Forces Tan Sri Muhammad Ghazali Datuk Said and a few others ministers. It is to show their honour to the Tun Hussein On for what he has done for the country when he is the former Prime Minister. Father of Unity Tun Hussein On, who comes from the political family which is his father is the founder of UMNO, made the third Prime Minister of Malaysia, wore the tag of Father of Unity. This tag is given to him because he was able to bridging the racial divide. The most profound by Tun Hussein On is he being able to set up the National Unit Trust, Amanah Saham Nasional or ASN, which is scheme in 1981. Although ASN was benefiting Bumiputra, but it was involved with other races under Amanah Saham Mawasan. It is to help not only Bumiputras but also other races. His words about power continue to resonate for all Malaysians till today. Power is given to us not to lord it over others, not to improve our standing, not to improve ourselves. Power must be used for the good and well-being of the people all times. Power must be beneficial to others, said Tun Hussein On.
I am Nuliana. This is for conclusion. Tun Hussein On was the Malaysian legislator as Malaysia's third Prime Minister from January 1976 until his retirement in July 1981, shortly after the death of his predecessor Abdul Razak Hussein. Moreover, from 1974 to 1981, he held as the Member of Parliament for Sri Gading, serving the Barisan Nasional BN and the United Malay National Organisation UMNO. He was bestowed the epithet of Bapa Perpaduan, Fathers of Unity. Tun had served the nation by controlling the bad situation when country's economy is affected by the world economic recession and helped Malaysia grow economically and socially. He continued to serve the country even after his retirement. After stepping down as Prime Minister, he continued to donate to charitable organizations. He played a key role in the establishment of the Tun Hussein On Eye Hospital. He was also a Petronas advisor and the chairman of the Institute of Strategic and International Studies (ISIS). Thus, he can be someone that admired, idolized for courage, the outstanding achievement, and the noble qualities.